All right, guys. So, first, I believe we have CoreScientific up.
Oh boy, speaking never gets easier no matter how many times you do it. Greetings, miners. It is great to actually be at one of the very first mining conferences. 5 years ago, I wouldn't have thought that we'd be standing all here today in a room and that we'd actually be sharing our space with some really big brand names like Avnet and Bitmain and Canaan. This is exciting times. So before I get into the grand reveal of CoreScientific, I thought I would set the stage first a little bit about who we are. There we go. CoreScientific is a US-based entity with a single mission: to become the premier infrastructure and software solutions provider for both blockchain and artificial intelligence. We have a leadership team with a multi-year success story in enterprise blockchain and artificial intelligence. And we're building a diversified, sustainable business and that focuses on infrastructure, applications, and digital asset mining. Now, we've partnered with some of the leading experts in this space, vendors and companies, including Jam City, a mobile gaming company with 50 million monthly users, NVIDIA, the leading AI hardware manufacturer, Truffle, OmniSty, Pure Storage, BitPay, TVA, and of course, Squire Mining. In just under a year, we have been named a cloud service provider by NVIDIA, became one of 9 DGX-ready data centers in the world, partnered with OmniSci to build the cloud for data scientists, and we just, as of yesterday, became the world's first ARI-ready data center with Pure Storage. CoreScientific currently has 100 megawatts under operation and a total of 670 megawatts either under contract, construction, or LOI. We're slowly expanding our portfolio across the United States, and our construction and operations team delivers ready now power and white glove solutions to some of the largest miners in North America and beyond. Now, we've been stealth for about a year now, but today we're kind of lifting the veil on what we've been doing, what we've achieved, and what we want to show to you miners. So, why CoreScientific? Really, we were born out of the realization that data centers are the foundation of any new technology. Our founders were miners at heart, and each of them recognized the need through the course of their own mining careers for infrastructure that could deliver in speed, cost, and quality, and a company that would be around for years to come, regardless of the price of cryptocurrency. Satoshi himself in 2010 recognized the driving force behind professional server farms, recognizing that many of the nodes on the network would end up being large consumer server farms. Throughout the course of my career in this space, I've grown to understand that the blockchain ecosystem is actually a symbiotic relationship between all the players, hardware, infrastructure, and miners. Every participant in the blockchain ecosystem enters a social contract with the network, a commitment to provide value in exchange for revenue. Now, we all realize this in different ways, but it's what we call a flywheel of success. As the network participation grows, so does the value of the network and the coin. But upholding your end of the social contract as an infrastructure provider isn't just about providing power. A data center's job is to be the reliable backbone of the network. Miners will invest in hardware, and hardware vendors will provide equipment. And the data center's job is to provide sustainable, steady growth to ensure miners can continue to deploy and continue to reinvest. At CoreScientific, we identified 3 key areas that are necessary for infrastructure to actually succeed. These drove our business and product strategies and helped build the pillars of success for our business in the blockchain space. The first realization was that an infrastructure provider is a service provider. By tying our hosting rate to kilowatt an hour, we ensure that our incentives are aligned with both the health of the blockchain network and with customer profit. We do not recognize revenue unless your machine is up and mining. This also drove the need for a dedicated customer success team, a team of individuals committed to a customer that provide 24/7 coverage and on-demand assistance. Just like you can call a team of engineers on AWS for technical support, you can call CoreScientific for operational support. The second realization is that infrastructure is nothing without optimization. Co-location means that you need to make more money with us versus hosting at home. Otherwise, we as a provider are not doing our job. It's also not enough to simply overclock machines. Optimization takes place at every point in the stack, from pools to PSUs. And really, the benefit of being with a large-scale hosting provider is taking advantage of their economies of scale. The final part was, of course, understanding that your team is only as effective as their tools. Unless you set your data center technicians up for success, you cannot provide operational excellence in this space. And it's not enough to just have insight about your hash rate. Service providers need to be able to detect events before they have happened, including hash rate variances and temperature fluctuations, and turn that data into actionable events. So we realized a lot of the existing tools would not actually meet our needs. Most tools around monitoring or management have been built by miners for miners, but nothing really existed that had been built for public companies or for data centers. A company like CoreScientific had different operational challenges, and so we realized if we wanted to be a world-class infrastructure provider, we needed to build the tools to help us succeed. Enter Minder. Minder enables us to automate tasks to reduce operational expenditure, ensuring we can keep a low-cost footprint in this space and continue to reinvest into expansion. It enables us to track devices throughout their entire life cycle, from unpacking, onboarding, and deployment to warranty repairs or returns. It allows us to recognize revenue according to traditional accounting standards and be compliant with standard auditing frameworks recognized by Deloitte, EYC, PwC, KPMG, and of course, it allows our DCTs to have one pair of eyes and ears within the data center to manage both sides of our business. Before a device is even connected, Minder's tracking it, from the shipping label right down to the destination facility. Minder also allows facility managers to do really quick capacity planning and management and provides a bird's eye view of the data center layout. Machines can be linked upon the racking stage and finally connected to drive our operational excellence. Now, future revisions of Minder actually allow you to terraform your deployment. Build your data center from a suite of building blocks, drop in a certain batch of ASICs, and quickly prototype different CFD models. Minder also enables us to track operational insights and key performance indicators from an executive level, providing a snapshot of the day, as well as highs and lows. Now, every single day, Minder sends out a report to our executive team to help provide clarity and insight into the health of our network and our clients. Now, Minder wasn't just built for executives. It was also built for operators. So our environmental health reports help us gain insights into leading indicators for machine failure or degradation, and our network health reports help drive transparency for the customer on performance by machine type and site. By providing these correlations between shares, hardware errors, and temperature, we're able to triangulate problem areas and provide accountability at all layers of the mining stack. Now, remember, the key is to turn data into actionable tasks. Our ticketing system is at the heart of this. Minder's ticketing allows you to actually track the root cause for failure and provides facility managers the ability to track the KPIs of their operations team. And we wouldn't be an AI company without weaving it into our product. Minder's auto-healing technology will begin to troubleshoot a machine and self-heal it. If it runs into a problem it cannot solve, it will actually reach for the nearest human on call, by text or by phone call, to help get a machine back online and operational. Now, if a ticket isn't answered within a reasonable time frame, the ticket gets escalated through the chain of command, and eventually it reaches our CEO. By the way, we do not want tickets to reach our CEO. Minder actually learns from previous behaviors and patterns as well, and it keeps a track record of how many humans have interacted with the machine and how they healed that machine that it failed to fix. It learns from your actions, rinses, and repeats. Now, artificial intelligence doesn't just manage our data centers for us. It helps drive profit optimization. Remember, the goal is to earn more with Core. And driving profit is actually isn't about figuring out what to mine, it's figuring out when to mine. So Minder combines statistical analysis with sentiment analysis to deliver uplift to your mining operations. Through our 10 years of operation in this space, we've understood where the market makers actually sit. We understand the signals and patterns that drive mining profitability across multiple coins, patterns such as correlating Bitcoin price dips with monthly electricity bills. Minder also helps us understand when to sell versus when to hold. Switching of coins is also managed on a machine level. So Minder is pool agnostic. Finally, this is what I've been excited to announce. So Minder is also built to enable everyday individuals to understand how to control their hardware and manage their hardware. We're excited to give you a sneak peek at just where we intend to take this product. So Minder's machine tuning platform functions in two modes. One is automated, one is manual. In automated mode, Minder is going to seek to tune an individual device based upon characteristics in the silicon, leakage qualities, age of the device, environmental factors, and even the coin mined. In manual mode, Minder is going to enable a miner to have full control over their device, no more relying on third-party tools or custom firmware to be able to overclock your machine. Simply select your machine, and head on over to the advanced configuration dashboard. Minder breaks down the machines by part, so it allows you to isolate the different pieces that you want to control. Hashboards are presented in a context-friendly interface for two reasons. One, a data center technician can immediately understand what part is failing and where it is located on the board without physically touching the device. And two, a data center technician can begin to optimize a device on a per-chip level. Control boards are also configurable, but the real key is that Minder is meant to be a companion for repair technicians and embedded engineers, enabling them to view data sheets inline without ever leaving the application. So CoreScientific is building the infrastructure and the software solutions to empower blockchain and AI. The silent back end of this is, of course, Minder OS. Minder OS is our optimization stack, featuring custom drivers, custom firmware, custom tooling to drive profit uplift, with up to 20% hash rate increase and up to 30% power decrease. Minder was built out of necessity to ensure that the software our customers run on their devices is built to an enterprise standard and for enterprise security. Minder OS is available to all CoreScientific hosted customers as part of our value-add service. For GPUs, we also have Minder. And I should mention as well. So we haven't forgot about the GPU miners in this space. As a loyal GPU miner myself, we've been investing in that. So for GPUs, Minder OS actually enables detection of your mining algorithm and the ability to modify memory timings on the fly with APIs that feed directly into your kernel. Imagine the ability to modify your timings according to each roll of the X16R die. Our GPU compute team, by the way, is made up of these industry veterans in the GPU space, as well as creative kernel developers, including some of the pioneers that wrote the first CPU miners and the first GPU miners. And after a year in development, Minder, driving automation from the data center to the chip, and featuring our intelligent infrastructure and profit optimization, is finally available today for private preview. If you're a large-scale operator, we're offering it to a limited number of parties and data center operators to help drive feature development and debug the product. And miners, we need to collect feedback from all of you, no matter how small or how large, to prepare for our general release version. And by the way, speaking of general release, the world at large, including the home miner, will be able to access Minder, its profit optimizations, and our intelligent infrastructure in Q4 2019 this year. So our team is here at Mining Disrupt. If you want to hear about our hosting, our products, or just in general come work for us, hit up any one of these smiling faces. We're very eager to meet you and understand how we can ensure we build great products for the mining space. We are CoreScientific, and we are born of the blockchain, and we're inspired by AI. Thank you.